Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ignacia, a Doctor Bioresearch Program student at Indonesia University of Education. We would like to share a systematic review paper entitled Personalized Learning Components and Strategies in Higher Education. Disruptive technology, a compelling rise in the e-learning industry, Industrial Revolutions 4.0, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the upcoming Industrial Revolutions 5.0 have influenced education worldwide and have shifted teaching and learning paradigm to retain students' deeper and personalized learning. PL in particular provide new options that foster learning capacity among individual learners, enhance students' learning, and increase retention. Taking into account the importance of PL in higher education, therefore, this systematic review was aimed to understand how PL components and strategies applied in online higher education by evaluating empirical studies from the last decade. This systematic review followed the guidelines set by the preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis (PRISMA) statement. Personalized learning is a student-centered approach which regards learner differences and controls technology highly to promote mastery of skills and content and provide flexibility and support. Also, PL helps students develop deeper learning competencies, and it is progressively student-driven model in which students' agency is highly promoted. Importantly, the teacher-student interactions plays a pivotal role in PL as they co-blend an individualized educational experience. Since the study focuses on PL components and strategies, let's take a closer look at them. Following Shamsak et al. 2021 and Peng et al. 2019, PL components consist of 9 aspects including learning styles, cognitive styles, self-regulated learning, flexible pacing, tools and systems, smart learning environments, intelligent tutoring systems, data mining and learning analytics, and wearable devices. According to Keppel 2014, there are 6 strategies identified in the PL, including digital citizenship, student engagement, seamless learning, learning-oriented assessment, lifelong and life-wide learning, and desired paths. This multi-phase study critically examines referred research publications on PL in higher education over the past 10 years. There are 4 steps in the SR method, including source databases, searches and selections, selection criteria and results, and analysis methods. Multi-phase searches and selections were conducted to identify, screen, and select eligible publications for inductive content analysis. Here is the illustrations of PRISMA flow diagram of papers included in the review. There are 5 findings in this study. The first is the landscape of PL in higher education research publication. The demography of reviewed studies depicts that PL research has increased recently in the last 3 years, from 2019 to 2021. Most of the empirical studies were presented as case studies and followed by the other research designs. Most of the studies involved students as the participants of the research, with a few studies focused on the teachers and system. Interestingly, the PL research in the EFL context was still limited as it was dominantly conducted in the non-EFL context. Overall, the definitions of PL in the reviewed studies has consistently pinpointed the learner's aspects seen from a diverse point of view. This student-centered learning fosters individual learners' learning capacities and conforms to the previous perspectives and to some definitions cited in the previous studies. Significantly, the majority of definitions focusing on learners' interests, strengths, and needs investigated in the reviewed studies are comparable with previous studies to promote mastery of skills and content and provide flexibility and support. Also, some definitions prioritize competency-based education or learner agency, while others focus on unique pacing or learning preferences that align with some previous studies. In supporting PL, half of the studies used learning theories and another half used other theories of e-learning or virtual environment. These balanced portions of underpinning theories demonstrates that learning theories juxtaposed with other e-learning or virtual environment theories to complement each other. The most significant number of components discussed in the review study was 2 PL components. Besides, the most significant PL components were tools and systems, followed by the other PL components. Lastly, the students' most prevalent was investigating one PL strategy. Interestingly, 30% of studies didn't reveal any strategies, and no study investigated 5 or 6 PL strategies. Most studies in this corpus elaborated on student engagement as a PL strategy, followed by other PL strategies. The results showed that in-depth analysis has not yet been investigated in higher education. This systematic review tried to comply with the method as rigorously as possible. However, several challenges were also encountered, resulting in limitations to the study, such as access issues, the low sampling due to the time frame limitation, and the depth of analysis. Considering the limitations of the study elucidates some areas that further research is invited to address, such as designing or conducting the practice of PL by applying all components and strategies. This study used 72 references. Here are a list of references used in these studies. This part brings me to the end of presentation. I appreciate your time and constructive feedback.